Hello everyone and welcome back to the SD channel, aka Spiritual Desires, for we are always spiritually led to our utmost desires. Alright, so family, so thanks for joining me in today's reading. Today we are going to be doing another love spread for the collective. Just taking a little look into your love life, who you're loving on, and who wants to love on you. Okay, so yeah, that is what we will be doing in today's reading for the collective again. Always have to say it, disclaimer, these are for entertainment purposes only. So understand that everything said here in today's reading, it may or may not resonate with you. However, just keep what does and leave what doesn't. You know your specific situation, so you know exactly what you're going through, and you know what part of the messages are feeling more in tune with your specific situation, okay? But know that as a collective, there are so many different people watching this video, so everything said is not going to always apply to you in your specific situation, all right? But of course, if you do need a personal reading, make sure to look in the description box. Check out my mentor's page. I put her Instagram, I put her website, and her TikTok and her Twitter as well in the description box below. So there are many ways in which you can reach out to her if you want a personal reading, or if you are just looking for other things that she offers on her website that can help you heal, okay? All right, well, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into your love reading. All right, thank you, Spirit, for joining us in today's love messages. Spirit, thank you so much for joining us in today's love messages. Let's see what Spirit has in store for the collective. Spirit, what messages do you have for today's love reading for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have in store for today's love reading for the collective? All right. So first card you have out calling in your soulmate. All right. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Let me read that again. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. All right. So collective, clearly you are trying to draw in the right person for you. Whomever you feel is out there that has that soul tie to you, you are wanting to bring them in. You're wanting to draw them in. You're wanting to manifest them into your life. Clearly, you are ready for love. You're ready to be loved. You're ready to offer love. And you want to make sure that you are doing that with the person that shares the same soul as you, with the person that God has purposefully put in this world to be with you. Okay, so continue to call in your soulmate. Continue to try to manifest what it is that you want in your love life. That perfect person for you is out there. You just have to believe and have faith that God will bring you your soulmate at the right time. But go ahead and just make sure that you're calling in your soulmate. Make sure that you're putting out good vibrations into the universe so that the universe can and will bring that person in for you. You have to attract it. So I think that's what you're focusing on, and I think that's a beautiful thing, because again, you want to make sure that the person that you're investing your time, your energy, your efforts into, you want to make sure that it's the person that God wants you to be with, okay? All right, okay. Okay, this is a lot. I did not expect all of this, but I have to take it. Okay, this card actually looked as if it wanted to come in reverse, but I don't read reversals easily when it comes to the oracle cards, so I am going to take this upright. But the card that you have is separation. All right, and it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. All right, so again, it wanted to come out in reverse, but it's possible that you could have been experiencing a separation with someone for a while now. Maybe you and someone have been at a distance from each other. Maybe you all have not been in communication with each other. But again, I can't deny the fact that it wanted to come out in reverse. So I'm assuming that it's possible that some of you all and the connections that you're dealing with on a love scale could be coming back into reconciliation. So maybe someone from your past is returning. Maybe you bump into an old flame. or maybe just finally someone comes out and shares their emotions and feelings for you, or you to them collective, and opening up that line of communication is what is stopping this separation from occurring. But nevertheless, I do feel as though you and your loved one have been separated for quite some time. All right, so the next card you have out here is passion. All right, it says allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, so clearly these feelings that you have for this person, they're very overwhelming. They're very much being displayed. Okay, you're finding it very hard to hide the feelings that you have for somebody. You're wanting to express yourself to them. You're wanting them to know how much you feel about them, and you're hoping that they too feel the same. But this chemistry between you and your person is very magnetic, but also it's just very it's given that Ace of Wands energy. It's just very on fire. Okay, so whatever these feelings are that you are possessing for this person, just look at the way that these two are looking at each other, the way that they desire each other. I strongly believe that your person too shares these mutual feelings. So hopefully when the two of you do come out of separation, if you haven't yet, you all will be able to come back and show and express these emotions that you two deeply have for one another. You'll be able to express those feelings to one another. Okay, next card you have out is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so if you've been having some family issues with this person, maybe you and this person were married or have been married in the past. Maybe the two of you have a family with one another, or maybe just separately, your family and their family has been kind of shall I say, prying in the two of you all's business, and maybe certain family dynamics were hindering the two of you from actually embarking on this love journey that the two of you are meant to be with one another. So if you have outside influences, whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be colleagues or whoever, if there are outside influences affecting this relationship, you have to rid yourself of those people in order to stay focused on your person. Okay, so if you have a family member that was causing damage in your love life, forgive them, let them go, but also let the situation go. And sometimes you just have to love people from afar. It doesn't mean that they wish you bad in your relationship. It just means that their influence on your relationship is too strong, and you need to rid yourself of their opinions so that you can focus on your person. Okay. Okay, so the next card you have out is playfulness. I love that card. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so yes, you and your person getting back together, I think you're going to be kind of like rekindling those good times from the past. Okay, it's very Six of Cups energy. It's where this person that you feel this strong love and soul tie to, when the two of you are together, is so dynamic. Okay, and again, it's so magnetic that it's hard to just you know, turn a blind eye to it. The two of you have so much fun together. The two of you all get each other. You all can just have fun and let loose and be yourselves with one another. And so that's what feels really, really good about this connection, is that you can let loose, you can let your hair down, and you don't have to worry about if that person has your back. You don't have to worry about if you feel safe and comfortable with that person, because you do. You naturally are just drawn to this person. So every moment that you get a chance to hang with them or spend time with them, it just feels as though it's like you're just floating on air, you know, like life just feels so good. And it's like all of your worries are just, you just let all of that go, and you just enjoy the moment, being in the moment with your person. So that feels really beautiful. All right, last card you have out is past life relationship. All right, so you have known each other before. All right, so again, it just goes back to someone from your past returning, someone from your past that you have felt so tied to majority of your life, honestly. And even if this is not a person that you've dealt with in this lifetime, it could be, again, a past life relationship. So maybe in another lifetime before this one, the two of you were connecting. The two of you were on a spiritual path with one another, and now you are finding that person here in this lifetime, and you all are rekindling that connection, and you're continuing to move it forward in this lifetime and probably in future lifetimes to come. Because a lot of times that soulmate, that cord is never cut. You all just re-find each other in each lifetime. It may not happen in every lifetime. However, majority of each lifetime that you live, that your soul is renewed in, you find this person. Each story ends differently, but that's why in the next lifetime you may have emotional baggage that you don't even know that you are bringing from a past life into this connection. But it's all about this soul journey that the two of you are on together. And so rekindling that romance, rekindling that playfulness, especially if you all have been separated in this lifetime, it's just going to feel so good to just release any burdens that are holding you back, so the two of you can really come here, coexist, and create this beautiful union that you all are meant to have. All right, the bottom of the deck here, you have deception. All right, and it says someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Okay, so honestly, with this card, I feel like, especially if in the past the two of you have had to deal with lies, whether you were lying to them, whether they were lying to you, or whether it's just lies and rumors and gossip from other people, I think that's something that the two of you are trying to overcome in this lifetime. Okay, maybe there has been setbacks in this relationship because, again, outside influences, especially going back to the healing family issues, maybe you've again had family and friends that stood in the way of this connection coming to fruition. And so I think that is one thing that you all are overcoming. You're overcoming certain things that were said and done that really never probably even occurred or took place, but yet other people chose to gossip about this connection, and it stopped the growth of the two of you. Okay, so I think that that's something that you all will be overcoming soon, or at least at some point in your connection. And once you do, I think that that really opens up the gateway for where this connection can go and how much it can blossom and flourish into something beautiful. Okay, all right, so let's see what else we got here. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to love? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to love? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to love? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to love? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective when it comes to love? All right, let's see what we got so far. All right, so for the first card, you have out sunglasses. All right, so it says watching, looking, perception, and stalking. Okay, so somebody has their eye on you, collective, or you have your eye on somebody. Okay, but I do feel like for the most part somebody's watching you. Somebody is noticing you, shall I say. And maybe they're trying to gain their own perception of you from afar versus actually just getting to know you in person. But for whatever reason, I feel as if whomever is watching you, that is what feels comfortable for them. Maybe they're not yet ready to open up and let it be known that they have feelings for you or that they can't keep their eyes off of you. But ultimately, I just feel like they like to watch you from behind the scenes. So whether this be social media, whether this be in person, or whether you work with this person and they're just always keeping their eyes on you when you're not looking, whatever the case may be, they just like watching you. They enjoy keeping their eyes on you. So I would say watch out You know, just watch out for your surroundings, not in a bad way, but just to see who's eyeing you. Okay, in case you were wondering if you did have like a secret admirer or something at work or at school or wherever you go, I would say when that person thinks you're not watching, gloss over at them. If they were watching you and then they try to hurry up and turn their eyes, then you know who it is that's feeling you, okay? So the next card you have out here though is seduction. They're really feeling you. They're really feeling you. Or you, them, okay? Again, these are your energies for the most part. So maybe you are strongly feeling somebody. Maybe you do have like a little seduction in your eyes for someone in particular. Let me read the card. It says attraction, teasing, hooking up and dates, third party, temptation. Okay, so now, because this card specifically is falling under the separation card, and I can't lie and say I wasn't drawn to the third party part of this card. Now, if you and someone separated because you cheated or they cheated, forgive yourself and ask for forgiveness as well, especially if you're wanting to return to this person, okay? Now, with the third party, we all know that that doesn't have to be in a romantic way, especially because, again, the family issues were out here. So you could just have third party interferences, people that chose to interfere into your love life and stop whatever it is that you and your person were trying to grow for their own selfish reasons, okay? So I would just say, make sure to get anything and everyone out of your business. Keep people out of your business. If you and this person want to move in silence going forward, I would say that that's a very good thing for the two of you to do, especially since you all are more like rekindling this passion, rekindling this connection. You may need to take your time and see how the two of you move forward first and try to like get the connection on a stable, solid ground before you open your relationship up to the world, okay? Because you want to make sure that the two of you are strong together, so that way you can fight off any opposition, because the two of you together are very strong and very powerful, okay? But yeah, nevertheless, like I said, with this seduction card, you are really feeling this person though. You have a very strong attraction to this person. You know, you want to do some things with this person, and I'm talking about intimately, all right? So, but again, if it was a situation where someone cheated or someone stepped out on the other, just, if you cheated, ask that person for forgiveness and be sincere when you do that. If they cheated and they come to you asking for forgiveness, especially if you want to move forward with this person, forgive them. More than likely, they really are sorry. And more than likely, they've learned their lesson and they're not going to easily make that mistake again moving forward, okay? All right, let's see what else we got here. What messages do you have for the collective, Spirit? What messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Okay. All right. So the first card you have out is Coffin. The first card. Well, we know it's not the first card, but the next card you have out is Coffin. And it says new beginnings, liberation, reborn, and transition, tragic endings. All right, so something has ended. Like I said, I think you all are ending separation. That's what I'm being drawn to the most. Oh, my favorite card comes out, Cupid's arrow. Yes, I love this beautiful card. And it says, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love. Okay, yeah, I think the two of you are definitely coming out of separation, and I think you're ready to really get the ball running in this connection, okay? Like, I think once the two of you decide that it's time for you all to be in a very healthy relationship, a very committed relationship. No one is going to be able to come in and break this connection up. The two of you are going to be tied with one another forever. However, here this card is coming out and it says backstabbing. Okay, it says heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. Okay, let me get one more. Please, Lord, give me one more card for the collective when it comes to their love life. Lord, give me one more card for the collective when it comes to their love life. Lord, give me one more message for the collective when it comes to their love life. Honestly, with this backstabbing card, I think that's what you all are healing from. I honestly think that's what you all are healing from. And then to see that the next cards you have out, it says healthy choices, okay? And it says self-love and self-care, being happier, love, and life. All right. Now, you have, it did want to split for a minute, but we're just going to go ahead and take the bottom of the deck, of course. And it says the snake, all right? And it says competition and enemy, the other woman looking over your shoulder. All right, and it's coming right underneath the deception card. So honestly, and this is just what you all are overcoming. I think, again, there has been a lot of lies in this connection. I think you two have had people around this connection trying to suck the life out of it. And I think that's what the two of you are overcoming. Again, if there was a third party, because I am being drawn to the other woman. If there was a third party situation, that is no longer. That may need to be something that's discussed between the two of you so that doesn't arise in your relationship moving forward. But I really do think that that's what you all are learning from. That's what you all are healing from. And you're making better decisions in this relationship moving forward. None of us is perfect. We all make mistakes at times. Yes, some of us are very habitual when it comes to the things that we do, but especially if you know that you're dealing with someone that just ultimately made a mistake, or that maybe had a situation that they hadn't ended when they met you, understand that things take time and people try to make the best decisions for themselves in their lives moving forward. And there are probably a lot of intricate parts of this connection at play as to why things did go the way that they went with the two of you in the past. But again, it's all about learning, it's all about forgiving, and it's all about making better choices moving forward, okay? So again, if you need to forgive somebody, forgive them. If you need forgiveness, ask for it. And just pray that the person does forgive you. And if they don't, then that's okay. Because you know that you're not holding on to the burden of what you did. You have asked for forgiveness and you let God take that moving forward for you, okay? But yeah, so all in all, I just think that the two of you are going to have another chance to reconcile with each other, to heal from the past, whatever mistakes were made, whatever things were done that caused the two of you to separate to begin with. I think you're going to heal from that. I think you're going to be more expressive with one another as to how you feel about each other, as to how much you are in love with your person. And I think that alone will help you to overcome any backstabbing that previously happened, okay? The two of you are going to have this divinely guided relationship, and it's only going to move in the direction that God wants you to, as long as you make God the head of your connection, okay? So always look to God for answers. Don't ever look to people, and don't ever look outside of yourself. You know how you feel. You know exactly what it is that you want. So go with what you desire, all right? Go with what you desire, and don't let anybody else stop you from achieving and obtaining what it is that you know that your soul is called to have, okay? All right, so that's really what I have for you in today's reading. I hope that you enjoyed today's love message. If you did, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video if you feel so called to do so, okay? All right, I hope I see you in the next one. Until then, be safe, be blessed, be good to yourself, and be good to others. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.